Boom. Dude, I love that. That was fun. Did you guys have some fun with that? Met our friend Kaz. Dude, I love that. That was so much fun. Dude, that was a lot of fun. Kicking it with Kaz. Dude, I got friends all over the place, man. It's all my British friends. What's happening, Rudy? What the hell is that, lol? Dude, love that. Dude, it's all my British friends, man. That's what's up. And my British and Parisian friends, dude. That's the, you guys are the salt of the earth and stuff. I love that. And we gotta do more. We gotta do more lives like that. More joint lives. I think those are the best. What's happening? What's happening? Where's Anthony? Anthony was here. Anthony was like, what's going on? Dude, this is so much fun. I feel like we need to turn this into a podcast. That's what needs to happen. Nothing much, just chilling and grilling here. What's happening, Chris? Dude, the whole gang is here. Although we're gonna be the Instagram misfits. The Instagram misfits. This is where the cool kids hang out. This is a smoking area. There we go. Let's do another painting now. Some of you guys love some paintings. But I love doing paintings. I don't know about you guys, but it's one of my favorite je ne sais quoi. You know, like a clean skies, so something nice. Love your art, all your art, big time. Very cool, very cool. Thank you. We're gonna do another one. Okay, you guys want to join me for uno más? Cause we're going uno más right now. Let me just there we go. I got some mosquito repellent too. I'm gonna put some more of that stuff on me. Cause stupid mosquitoes don't want to leave me. Leave me alone, mosquitos.
Because you're the world's greatest living artist.
What is it?
Because you're the world's greatest living artist.
That's why they want to be around me. All the mosquitoes are like, oh my god, I want to be around the world's greatest living artist. I want your blood. It's true. I'm an Englishman in New York. Dude, I love that. Britain and New York. I'm glad to see you made it through last night. Last night was spooky. Uno más. A bird. I'll do a bird just for you. Just for you, my friend, because okay. Just for you, my friend, because you're my numero uno. Numero uno. I'm gonna do a bird just for you, my friend. Gonna send me do a bird just for you, my friend. You're going to send me do a bird, my friend. Let me see where I can find one of my birds. Dude, I found it. This one goes out to you, Eole. That's Steph. I will do a bird and all that s'il vous plaît and stuff. Watch. Well, let's see if we play. Dude, I'm gonna be the most beloved. I'm gonna be the most beloved Mexican in France when I visit France. People are gonna be like, dude, I know who you are, dude. You're the je ne sais quoi guy. I'm like, yeah, dude. Hell yeah, I am that je ne sais quoi guy. It's the. They'll be like, oh, Jose, I love your je ne sais quoi, man. Do you reference anything while you're painting? Almost never. Ah, you guys are all into the Francois and everything. I love that. Dude, last night was spooky, man. People were talking about witches and stuff, and warlocks and potato sacks and like moving orbs and lightning fires and. Dude, you guys were talking about some spooky stuff last night. I called my wife right away. I was like, babe, come and pick me up. I was like, I'm feeling lonely in the studio. She's like, you're the one who wanted to talk about that. I was like, I was just pretending, babe. I just wanted them to think that I was macho. But no macho right here. No macho. Look at that. Boom. Messi, Saba, and stuff. Full moon changed into Aries. Man, I like how you know that and like that probably too. Dude, I never got into it. People do tell me that I'm like super magical because I'm Aquarius, but I don't know anything about it. I don't even know if I'm Aquarius. I'm January. Does that mean anything? January 21st. For those of you who wanna give me a birthday gift, okay? Put it in your calendars, man. Send me something. I don't know. Send me some love. January 21st. Supposedly I'm a big deal, man, in the water world, just like Kevin Costner. Es de genial. Yeah, I'm supposed to be a big deal in the cosmos. Some people say, oh man, that I'm supposed to be a big deal. I don't know if it's true or not, you guys, but some people say that I'm supposed to be a big deal. So I'm gonna go with it. I mean, what do I have to lose? You're aqua too? See, I'm telling you, dude, it's the water signs. It's all them water and air signs. We're supposed to be a big old deal, man. Like the universe can't have enough of us. That's what I've been told. I've been told all kinds of things about that. And I'm like, no, really? Yeah, dude. I'm like, dude, that sounds cool. I would totally be into like astrology if it wasn't because I'm not into astrology, but I'd be into it, man. I would sink my teeth all into that astrology stuff, but I don't know anything about it, so and you know, just not into it. Look at that. Boom. This little birdie's gonna be like super cute and stuff. What year are you born? Dude, I'm 82. Some of you were like partying in 82. I was a little baby. I was like, wah, wah. Some of you were probably divorced by then already. I know Eric was like 50 in 82. Weren't you, Eric? Oh man. Dude, 82 was a good year, man. Look at that. All kinds of good stuff. Look at this. Boom. Dude, I like this. This little birdie's got all that je ne sais quoi. Just give me a second, okay? You'll see it right now. You'll see it come to fruition. To fruition. I knew it. Oh man. You guys say some of the funniest things, man. I try to keep it chill here. You guys won't let me. Look at this. There's that little birdie. Let me add a little bit of that red. Look at this. Look at this. I am dog in the Chinese calendar. Yeah. Chinese astrology. Yeah. I'm a dog. Woof, woof, and stuff. Yeah, someone told me that. Someone told me that not that long ago. They're like, dude, you got all kinds of powers, man. You don't even know. You got all that je ne sais quoi in you. I feel like I've been carrying all this je ne sais quoi from past lives. I don't know if you guys believe in past lives or not. I know some of you just can't believe in it. I know some of you refuse to believe in it. I don't really care because I don't believe in it, but but I believe, even though I don't believe in, like, it's not that I don't believe it, I'm just not into it. That's all. You know, it could be true. I don't know. I'm not into it, but I do believe I have some old ass energy in me, like old. I don't know. I feel like I've been here before a few times, like a bunch of times. This whole living thing seems pretty natural to me. I'm like, dude, this place is fun. I'm gonna come back to it, and I keep coming back to it. Somebody told me I was a famous artist in the past, and that's why I'm not famous now. I've already experienced fame. I'm like, dude, shut up, dude. I want to experience fame now. Look at that. Look at that little flower. Ooh. Yeah, I got some of the past life knowledge. I got all that je ne sais quoi. Ask me anything. Anything, watch. Dude, that reminds me of the year one. Have you guys ever seen that movie, Year One? That movie cracked me up. When he took a bite out of the forbidden fruit, the apple tree, and he's telling his friend to ask him anything. Dude, that part cracked me up. That would have totally been me. I'm like, ask me anything. I can I can answer anything. Who knows? Look at that. Ooh la la. Did I tell you guys I saw a movie last night? That was a good movie, man. That was a really good movie. I love movie nights with my wife. I feel like those are the best. I feel like movie nights are the best. It's like we need some popcorn, babe. We need some popcorn. We need to watch a movie. Let's watch a movie, baby. Look at this. There we go. Yeah, I just want to sit there and watch a movie. Sometimes that's all I ever want to do. I mean, we've done this thing since the whole pandemic deal. We just sit and watch a movie after work, and it just turned into a little tradition. It's also because we love going to the movies, and so because we couldn't go to the movies, we binged watching movies at home. I was like, don't worry, babe, I got this. I'm gonna watch every single movie that comes out. And what do they call that? In resistance. In the resistance of being home. Look at that. You ever seen someone paint this gorgeous? Like that? Never. This is ridiculously good. This is the kind of stuff that's like, this is how movies are made. You know those big budget movies? They show a famous artist, like The Pianist. Was that a big budget movie or no? I don't know. Big budget movie. It's like Jose Trujillo, the painter, the superstar, and stuff. Here he is, giving one of his little demos. Dude, just think about it. 100 years from now, nobody's gonna remember me, or someone will. I don't know. It'll be between those two. Either nobody will or somebody will, after so many damn videos online. Is it a mafia bird? Is that what it is? Es un pájaro mafioso. This bird's like, I got a proposition for you. Look at that. An offer you can't refuse and stuff. Look at that. I don't like painting eyes so much. If I'm gonna paint eyes, I'm really gonna paint the eyes. And so, I don't know if you've seen with my other paintings of birds or animals, I either don't paint the eyes or I really paint the eyes, and that's all you see on their faces, the eyes. So I think you have to pick your battles. Can't have it all at the same time. Maybe you can, but not at the same time. What else happened yesterday? Oh yeah, I had a buyer trying to buy a painting for me for a while. And until some point, I was like, dude, I'm not selling you my painting. He was trying to buy one of those $12,000 paintings, but he was being cheap, you know. And I understand, you know, I understand. It's not his fault. It's not his fault. I get it. You know, because if they don't know you, why would they want to buy it, right? If they don't know you. So I completely understand it. But doesn't mean I have to sell it either. And so I was like, no, dude. You know, I negotiated. He wanted to negotiate. We went to town, man, negotiating. And I get it too, dudes. The dude looked like he had money. Usually, dudes that have money, they're used to winning. I know. I've dealt with people that have deep pockets when they're buying my work. They want to win. Everybody wants to win, but people with deeper pockets, they really want to win sometimes. You know, they just want to feel like they walked out with the best deal. They're into deals. I don't know why. They love deals. I'm like, dude, you got the money, dude. Stop looking for the deal. But I think it drives them. It motivates them. They like winning. And so I got it. You know, I left it alone. I was like, okay. This dude wants a deal. Sometimes I'll do that because it's good. It's good for business sometimes to work out deals, like really good deals for them, because if they become a collector, they're repeat customer, right? But at some point, I felt like the dude didn't trust my work, so I just left it alone. He had way too many questions around the work. Nothing wrong with that. I think that's important, right? But I almost never like selling to anybody who doesn't know my work. I definitely won't sell you a commission if you don't know my work, because it's almost a guarantee return, because they're expecting something else. Not always, but oh man, I mean, I've had my share of fun with that. And so, especially when if someone wants to spend a few $1,000s on some of my work, I want to make sure that they're sold. I'm not selling them on my work. They're already. This is one of the reasons why I paint so many small pieces. I'm selling people on my work. You know, you get to have it hanging on your house, and then you become sold. You buy a few of them, 2, 3. Some people buy dozens. You buy a few of them, you become sold. Then when you want something big, if you ever want something bigger, you already sold on my work. You're pre-sold on it. You're like, dude, I know this dude is the real deal because I got a few of his smaller pieces at home. I just want a larger one. I want one of his Meister pieces. But yeah, it's hard sometimes. You know, it's hard sometimes when you're. And I'm used to leaving money on the table too, so I don't. You know, thank God, right, that I'm not lacking for it. So that helps. If you're starting out and you're lacking for it, you're gonna take the bad deals too. And so I feel blessed that I'm in a position where I can leave 5, 10, 20,000 bucks on the table and say I'm not doing business with you. I feel privileged, right, to do that. I wasn't always at that position, but I can do that now. So it makes me choose who I'm going to work with more carefully. Look at that little birdie. Yeah, for sure. I love the way you cut into shapes. BEA, beautiful. Dude, I'm like a swordsman. I'm like a... What's that dude's name? Was Emilio something from the... Anyways. Is it Emilio Montoya? I forgot his name. The Spanish dude. That's like trying to avenge his father in that that funny movie, man. What's that funny movie? I forgot. Anyways, that's a good painting. Let me show you guys before we move on to the next one. Look at that. Ooh la la. It looks like he's got some sunglasses. He's like, let me tell you something. I got an offer for you. You cannot refuse. Pom pom pom. Boom. All right, let's paint another one because I feel like it. There we go. Merci beaucoup. Merci beaucoup. Ça va and stuff. All right, uno más, baby. I'm gonna paint uno más. Uno más. Uno más. Uno más. Uno más for you. The Princess Bride. There you go. Thank you. That's the one. It's the Princess Bride. All right, I got a 12 by 16 here. And 12 by 16. Right there. Hold on. There we go. Yeah, from time to time, I'll get someone who it's just, you know, they hackle me too much on the price, and I'm like, dude, it's not gonna work. I'll go somewhere with you, but I'm not gonna give it away either. But in the when you're first starting out, you'll take those bad deals, you know, you'll take them. And that's not good. That's not good for them either, because now they think they could have gotten it for less. This is one of the reasons I don't like to lower my prices. Like sometimes people will go buy they'll buy a few auctions and then they'll tell me, hey, can you give me a deal since I bought so many auctions? I'm like, no, dude, the auction is the deal. The fact that they're at auction is the deal. Like I'm not in the business of giving shit away. You know, I couldn't survive in business if I did that. Look at that. Ooh la la. Why do you like to draw birds? Is it because it represents freedom, or is it a challenge in drawing a professional artist? No, look, I'm going to tell you why. That's a great question. The reason I like to draw birds is because they remind me of my childhood, and they remind me of my mother. And when I was a little kid, you know, everybody was like, in Mexico, everybody was like, had slingshots. And some of the meaner kids were looking to like hit the birds, you know, some of the meanest ones. And my mom saw that. She would see that, and she's like, "Don't you ever touch a bird, right?" And I was like, "No, I would never shoot at a bird, right?" But yeah, I did tell her that, and she you know, she would get upset because that's what the kids were doing. She's like, "Don't you ever shoot at a bird with your slingshot?" And then she goes on to explain to me, I was a little kid, I was about 8 years old maybe. And she goes on to explain to me why birds are special. And that was a life lesson. El conejo. That was a life lesson for me, because she went on to tell me that the reason why birds sing in the morning, right? And they're singing, you wake up and they're singing. They're like singing away, is because birds are reminding us to be content, to be happy with life. You know, and they're reminding us to stay focused on life, on what's good now, right? What some people call the present moment, on what's good now. And so she went on to tell me, and this happened every morning. She wanted to like drill that in my mind, that birds were little messengers of God. And the message was, be here now, right? Be here now. Every time you heard a little bird, you were being reminded to be here now, to stay connected, to get out of your own mind. But she was trying to explain that to a child, and so I didn't get it until later when I started growing up. I started getting what she meant by that. But I think she wanted to drill it in my mind early on. And so that's really why I paint birds so much. I don't paint as many bunnies probably as I paint birds. Bunnies are just fun, but that's why I paint birds. There it is. There it is. Boom. So yeah, birds are pretty special for me for that reason. She used to say that they were little preachers. They were little messengers. Messengers of peace is what she would call them. That if you close your eyes and quiet your mind, you could hear the voice of God through the song of a bird. That was her jam. My mom was very spiritual, so that was her jam. Look at that. Oh, thank you. So yeah, she would tell me later on when I started growing up, she would tell me every time that life feels hard or difficult, whatever, right? When you wake up, close your eyes and hear a song, hear the birds, right? And if you close your eyes and you close your mind too, you shut your mind, God's voice will reveal through the song of a bird. I was like, damn, some deep-ish. Look at that little bunny. BEA beautiful, you guys. Look at this. Can't get enough of this. Is it? Oh, I love your life for that, the art and the philosophy of art. Oh, I love that. Thank you. Me too. He's beautiful already. He really is. Let's see. Chris says, what is it? I charted the songs and intervals of the bird songs I hear at sunrise. Oh, I love that. Quite fascinating. It is, right? I mean, I think just about anything, but anything that you can center your mind on, you'll be all right. But birds are very powerful because their song is very powerful. Later on, I understood what my mom meant. She found that out through her own practice, her own spiritual journey. But I understood what she meant, because monks do that with bells. You know, Catholic monks used to do that with the bells. Tibetan monks did that with bowls, right? With the famous Tibetan bowls. When you capture song, not capture it, but you follow it, right? You have to follow it. So you follow it when it starts, bing. You follow it, and then you follow it to the end. When the sound goes to the end, that moment that it disappears in the end, that's the spark right there. It's when it's not when you're following it. That's beautiful too, but it's when it ends, because it leaves you with a moment of silence, a very quick. Well, it's not quick; it's eternal, but it feels quick to the mind. A little moment of silence. And when you get there, at the last sound, when the vibration ends at the end, you feel a sense of peace that you can't understand why. And it's because you're not thinking about your bullshit, right? Your bullshit problems are gone for that split of a second. Everyone's carrying around bullshit problems, and so, you know, all the drama of life, right? The drama of life gets lost at the end of that Tibetan bowl, or in the chirping of us, the song of a bird's song. Your bullshit problems get lost. I think that's why nature is so important. It almost is like nature is always calling you, right? Or nature's calling you. It's not so much that it's calling you to go live in nature. I think that's nice, but I think nature calls people because nature's like an opening for you to rest your mind. Look at that. There's magic in tones. Yeah, it's true. I have huge Tibetan bowls playlist for that exact reason. Yeah, the Tibetan bowl, because it's spiral, right? Because the universe, because it's spiral, is so damn powerful. And the Song of Birds is the same way. It's spiral too when it comes out. It's spiral. Sound, right? Sound spiral like that. I mean, that's how we figured out sonar too, no? Because of the spiral effect. Not we, like me. Scientists is what I'm talking about. Because it's not like a laser, no? That's why. Because it's spiral, you're able to capture mass, right? Because it's spiral, so it captures mass. If it captures mass, then someone can decipher. Just like what do they say when they use that? Like bats? I forgot what it's called. But it's kind of like sonar. If the sound can capture the mass, then it can be reinterpreted. Look at that. That's also why whistling is such a thing that people do when they're working. It's a lost practice that I like to practice it. I don't know if you guys heard me here, but if I'm not doing a live, I'm whistling, and you know, I'm whistling. It's not so much singing, because singing takes a lot of energy. Singing is very energetic. It takes lots of work and energy if you do it for a long time. But whistling doesn't take that long. It's like it doesn't take that much energy. Like, whistling calms your mind down when you're working. I mean, work itself calms your mind down. But if the work is repetitive and it's not very aggressive, like you're not moving heavy things, or it's not very physical, whistling is it's like having your own Tibetan bell. Here, give me a second, guys. I'm coming. Buongiorno. Buongiorno. Le petite and stuff. All nature's communication. Dude, I love that. The spirals, right? Yeah. I love wash colors. I think they are not just for kids. What do you think about that? Oh, okay. So wash. Yeah, no, wash is not just for kids. Wash is it's like a mixture of acrylic and watercolor, right? I myself have not used them much, very little. But no, they're not for kids. They're not just for kids. Wash is a serious. It's considered a serious medium. I know plenty of professional artists who use wash for their work. Yeah, the whole thing's spiral. The whole thing is just a spiral. Well, not just a spiral, but the whole thing is that. Is what people call vibration, and it's all a spiral. You know, and it's not something that you know, we don't need to get involved in it. I don't think we need to really get involved with it. I think we're already involved with it. It's neat when we see it, right? When you see a galaxy, you know, the macro spiral. You see a galaxy, or you see anything, you know, when they show us an atom, you know, when you show us the molecules just moving around and spiraling around each other, around itself. When we see that, it's really cool, you know, the micro and the macro of it, and then everything in between. If you see a city in movement, it doesn't, if you see it from a bird's eye view, when somebody films a city, it doesn't look like people are just doing that. If you pay attention long enough, people are moving around in circles. It's a weird thing. It's almost like a phenomenon. People are not, you know, airplanes, and they're not doing this. They're not going and coming back and whatnot. No, if you see it from far away enough and long enough, you realize that people are just moving like that in circles. We're moving in circles in this spheric planet. Look at that. Seeing a resurgence in plein. Yeah, the wash. Yeah, he's impressed by the mafia proposition. Yeah, he was told he had to do a little favor for the mafia boss. And now he's like, I don't know if I want to borrow that money anymore. From the bird mafia boss. It's like, you know what? I may not need to start that business at all anymore. What is it that I have to do again? He's like, Cosa Nostra, what? I was like, I don't know if I want to be part of this Cosa Nostra. Look at that. Boom. I'm gonna do one more because I feel like it. When you feel like it, you gotta act upon it. You know? You just gotta do it. Gotta do it. Do it. Do it. But that's right, my friends. It's just fun, you know. It's fun. Funsicles. It's all kinds of funsicles, man. Nobody believes me, but I'm telling you, there's all kinds of funsicles to be an artist. It's fun instead. The funsicles. I'll take a sip of my coffee. That's what I'm gonna do. Can we see close up? Yeah, let me go get it again. Give me a sec. Let me bring it to you. Or let me bring you to it. Merci. What do you think? Eole, what do you think? Comme ci, comme ça? Oh, ça va très bien. Ooh. Dude, I got this, Francois. Look at this. Boom. I feel like my pronunciation is right on point and stuff. I can go to France now and kick it. Oh, I love that. Adorable. Gélez-vous. Oh, dude, that's what's up right there. I'm gonna learn French in no time. In no time right here. All right, one more. That's why I start everything with Je m'appelle.
Je m'appelle the greatest living artist.
Yeah. What amazing brushwork. Thank you so much, Caroline. Says vous. Oh, I love that. I think that means it's beautiful, huh? I'm using my Spanish to try to capture that. You know them Romance languages? They all have that Latin in common. Let's see, uno más. Boom. What's happening, Jay? What's happening, Jay? Dude, Jay's a cool dude, huh, Jay? You're a cool dude. You been hanging out here for a while, man. Jay's also kicking it here. Kick it! Look at this. I think what makes me the world's greatest living artist is that I believe I'm the world's greatest living artist. And then anything after that, it's like, it's just magical. I think you have to believe it. Believe it to be it. just gonna paint now. What's happening, Milady? I'm painting a young girl, chilling and grilling. It's all personal opinion. No, you gotta believe it, right? You gotta believe it to be it. You can't be it if you don't believe it. The only way to be it is to believe it. I've been telling people for like 10 years now that I'm the world's greatest living artist. There's got to be a good 1,000 people that already know that are like, dude, I'm sure he is the world's greatest living artist. And there's got to be another 10,000 people that it's like, he's not, but I'm sure he'll be. And so I'm good for it. And that's all you need to do. Just repeat something. Repeat it enough. Who cares if the world doesn't agree with you? Repeat it even more so, especially if the world doesn't agree with you. Because you know what? The world never agrees with you. It never does. Until it does. It never does. The world will only agree with you that which is in resonance to what you think it is. Introvert, extrovert, I don't know yet. This is going to be amazing mundo. It's gotta be black like this so that. Give me a second, you guys. We're barely in the first stages. Of this je ne sais quoi. You guys should have seen how many times so this is one of the things that I did early on as an artist is I did this probably 2 or 3 years before I accomplished it. But I drilled the idea in my mind. For some reason in my mind I thought that earning $100,000 a year was going to change my life if I earned that as an artist. This was about, I don't know, 15 years ago or so. I was like, dude, if I earn $100,000 a year, that's gonna be like, wow, it's gonna change my life. I remember being in a little apartment thinking that. And what I did was that I got a big piece of paper, a long one, okay? You guys don't know this about me, man. I'm a full-on law of attractionist. I just back it up with action. But what I did is that I, not a girl, a grandmother, right? Because of the clothing. What I did is that I put a long piece of paper, very long, like maybe like 8 feet long or something, and I wrote down $100,000. I didn't write down I'm going to earn, I earn. No, I just wrote the number, $100,000. All of a sudden I started seeing it everywhere, right? Because your mind starts going towards that shit, right? Whatever you're thinking about. I started seeing it everywhere. It wasn't long before I started seeing the $100,000. And then it felt comfortable to say $100,000. It started feeling comfortable. I was like, oh man, $100,000. Yeah, I could totally earn that. It took me a while because in the beginning it seemed like this huge number for me. And it took me a while, and then I was like, oh yeah, I can totally earn I wasn't earning nowhere near that. But I told myself, oh yeah, I could totally earn $100,000 because I had repeated it so much in my mind that at some point, I started seeing how I could earn $100,000. See, I didn't start by how I could earn $100,000. I became comfortable with the digit. I became comfortable with it. with them digits, because the reality is that I wasn't comfortable with it. I used to tell myself all kinds of negative things about rich people and having 100,000, like earning $100,000, it's not good, and all kinds of things. And at some point, because when you're younger, you tell yourself things, but then when you're like married and have children and shit, you tell yourself other things. And so I remember like writing that down and just looking at it and repeating it. And so I would go to bed looking at the $100,000, and then I would wake up looking at the $100,000. And so I saw that a lot, because it wasn't one time or twice. It was every single day for long periods of time. Sometimes it was 15 minutes just looking up and looking at it and not thinking how I can earn. I mean, I did try, but I wasn't really thinking that. The bottom line is that I was becoming comfortable. When I look back, that's what it was. I was becoming comfortable with the idea of $100,000. I became comfortable with it. Let's see. Yeah, that's what I did. I did that, and then enough time went by before I started seeing how I could earn $100,000. And then it became. Then I got fixed on the idea of how I could earn it. First, I got fixed with the idea of it. I didn't even have the idea of it. And then it became, oh, I could actually earn that. I became fixated with the idea that I could actually earn it. And then the third step was I became fixated with the idea of how to earn it, the different possible ways in which I could earn it. And then there's another step that came after that. I became fixated with the idea that I was going to become that person that earned it. It's different. It's a different step. It's a different step. Meaning that you're going to do whatever it takes. Because it might mean waking up earlier, it might mean going to bed later, it might mean painting more, it might mean, it means all kinds of things when you start exploring that idea. And dude, look at that painting. Isn't that painting nice? Oil painting is like magic from nothing. Chris says all ears. I love that. And then it just switched, right? It was from 100,000 to 200,000, right? Once I got the 100,000, the whole thing just made sense. And that was 2, then it was 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It started moving. The plan started moving. But first I had to become possessed with the idea that I could actually be okay with the money. Can I actually even be okay with that? Because we're conditioned to not be okay with money. We're conditioned to not be okay. Many of us, not everybody, but I would argue most of us are conditioned to not be okay with it, to resent it, or to look at it negative or something. Look at that. I'm telling you guys, we're going places. She's beginning to take personality. She is. She is beginning to take some personality. Just give it a second, and you'll see right now. Not a grandma anymore. Nope. And so it took me a while. It took me a while to start moving it like that and selling my work and you know, once the idea was set in my heart, it moved fast. The hard part is convincing yourself that you can actually make it happen. That's the hard part. Because again, we're conditioned to not think that way. We're conditioned to not accept that and to not look for that. And it's not right, and all kinds of things. Even if you think that no, I'm not conditioned that way and whatnot, if you explore why those goals haven't been met, if you really sit there and explore them, you'll realize that you haven't let go of that conditioning. It's a weird little thing. Look at that. Yeah, decision with your heart first. I needed to get my heart to accept that, because I wasn't accepting it. And so if you don't accept it, then you won't commit to it. First, if you don't accept it in your heart, you are not going to entertain the idea of having it. And then after that, if you don't entertain the idea of having it, you're not going to commit to going and getting it and looking for ways of how to get it. Okay? That's the third one. The third one is the first one is got to be in your heart. The second one is entertaining it, that it could actually be something that you can have, right? That you can have. The third one is going and looking for ways of how to get it, and the third one is committing to a way, any of the ways that you found, committing to it, no matter what it takes. That's what I did. And that's what I do when I need to have a breakthrough. Every time I need to have a breakthrough, I revisit that. In the beginning, did you ever get hung up on the fact that if you sold paintings, then you had to ship them and all that involved? No. It didn't happen to me like that. My idea was sell it and then figure out how to ship it, or how to, and because there's a lot of learning to do in the process. And so if you wait till you have all the answers, like everybody out there says, you're not going to do it, right? Because you're going to wait till you have all the answers. I know artists that get stagnated because they want all the answers. Like, how do I do this? How do I do that? And it's like, it's good to ask and to try to figure out. But what's even better to do is to practice doing. Like, practice doing. Because in the doing is where you really find out. Practice pulling the trigger, right? Like, sell something and then see what happens and get burned a little bit. You might get burned a little bit. You might sell something and then realize that shipping to Australia is not as fun as you thought if you don't charge shipping. But you won't know all the answers. And no one's going to tell you all the answers. Because it's impossible, even if they mean well. Like, I'm always answering things to artists, but I can't tell them all the answers because it's not even humanly possible. There's so many variables and so many different things. There's so many moving parts to a career, and so because there's so many moving parts, you will not find them out in one shot. You're gonna find them out along your travels, your journey. and then you're gonna find out what you're willing to do, what you're willing to risk, what you're willing to sacrifice, and what you're not willing to, and all of that is going to dictate the quality of your career. All of that, all of it together is going to dictate it. Gold, I love that. Sexy legs, yeah. Last answer to me was spot on. Just saying. Yeah, that was a good question though too. That was a good question. And so that's something that I did. And again, I'm saying it because a lot of artists ask me questions all the time, and I'm like, dude, this would be a good moment to I got inspired to share some of that. And it's different for everybody, right? Some people are not looking to earn any income with it. Some people are looking to just like learn how to paint, or learn how to paint loose, or maybe have some exhibits, but they're not looking for income because for whatever reason. But I know plenty of artists that are looking for income. They're looking for income, and they're just having a hard time getting it. And I'm telling you, if you're one of those artists who's looking for income and you're having a hard time getting it as an artist, you're not convinced that you should be getting income. You're probably not convinced by it yet. It's not sitting in your heart yet. There's something, I don't know, whatever it is, there's something that's not convinced, that you're not convinced yet by it. Who knows? But only you can know that, right? Only you can find that out. But there's something there. Either the way you grew up, or your parents told you that that's not a real career, or there's some shame around it. There might be shame around the earning money, as an artist, or just in general. There might be shame around that. Something. Right? You gotta explore it. You gotta explore it. The way that I did it is I didn't want to entertain it anymore because I was tired of buying courses and figuring out and this and that. I was like, I think I'm just not comfortable with money. I'm not comfortable with earning an income as an artist. And so I went that route. I remember the first time I got a job as an a real, a good paying job as an artist. I used to do gallery shows and whatnot. The first time, I ran around the sale so hard, almost begging the person not to pay me. This was I think this was like a $3,000 sale. It was like my first commission job. It was a real one, right? And I say a real one because at that point I was like, dude, I need to earn some income. But I wasn't conditioned to getting paid. And I remember looking back, it's like people that are like, I want to get married to this person, and then, or like a relationship. But then when you're around them, you treat them like shit. That type of deal. That's what happened to me with money. And so I was like, when it was time to get paid, I didn't. I made every excuse not to show up to get paid. I mean, I remember this. I made every excuse in the book so that I wouldn't get paid. You name it. And I didn't just do it once. I would do this all the time. I would stretch the process, the commission process. Like if somebody wanted a commission, I would stretch it. I would add things that weren't unnecessary. Like, oh yeah, I'll go and just to try to add value, right? But I would make my job harder, so that somehow in the end I wasn't gonna get paid on time, or I could get out of getting paid. It's a weird phenomenon, guys. It's a weird shit. I used to do this over a decade ago. I used to do this. I used to be like, oh yeah, I would purposely make the sizes of the paintings. If somebody said, you know, can you paint a 30 by 40 inches canvas? I would purposely be like, oh yeah, and I could paint this side too, like make it more custom, right? And when they were already sold on the fact that they wanted a 30 by 40, I would walk them out of that sale and actually sell them something smaller that was 10 times more difficult to put together. And then once I had put together that thing, I would like try to give them ideas of framing, and then I would sell myself out of the framing that I told them, so that I can make it even more difficult and look for something that was very difficult to find, and all kinds of weird shit. All kinds of weird shit. That's because I didn't want the money. Yeah, I didn't want the money. She's lonely. She is lonely. But isn't your thinking is uncommon? Probably. I'm a student painter, but I'm already posting my stuff on Instagram because I want to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. Sharing my work makes me uncomfortable. Yeah, sharing the work, getting invited to an exhibit. Most artists say I hate commissions. It's not really that they hate commissions. They just can't make sense of it, especially the paid artists. I hear that a lot from paid artists who get paid doing this. They say, "Man, I hate commissions." I'm like, dude, how do you hate commissions if that's where the money is? There's something going on there that you're not accepting. You know, the commission is 100% where the money is as an artist. That's where the big payoff is. And so it's a weird thing, guys. It's a weird phenomenon. If you want to make a career out of it and whatnot, you ought to be paying attention to those things, because they're weird mechanisms. They're weird things that if you're not aware of them, you might be putting yourself out of commission yourself. You might be like hurting yourself and not knowing. And I think most of it is because we are accustomed to feeling less than. Not everybody, but many people are accustomed to feeling less than. So how can I ensure that I don't even get my share, you know? I know that's how I felt for many years, and I'm still working to lots of stuff, It's not like I'm going to. No, I mean, I do have a, we have a family psychologist and whatnot, but it's not so much that. It's the stuff that I tell myself. It's the little stuff. It's not so overt. It's the little stuff. It's like, man, I work so much. No, wait a minute. Why are you telling yourself that? What's going on? Everybody works a lot, dude. Everybody works hard to put bread on the table. Why are you telling yourself that? Where is that coming from? I love watching you paint. It's hypnotic. Thank you so much. Happy to be here. Tonicity is therapeutic. Painting courses. Goodness, Jose, I'm glad I don't do that anymore. Now the money's good. Hope. Beautiful. I love that. That's what you want, right? You want to be okay with it and deserve it. Tonight. Oh, okay, gotcha. Chris says, explain please. You commission gold. I love your positive attitude. Thank you. So I'm not quite sure, Chris. Can you break it down a little bit more for me? Because I lost the thread of that. So explain what exactly, so that I can talk a little bit more about that. Me too. Thank you so much. This is beautiful. I love this. Yeah, but I used to do all sorts of weird stuff to not get paid. I would prolong the work. I would make sure that I couldn't deliver it. I still do stuff like that, but in different areas now. That I know that are preventing me from moving to the next stage in my career. One of the things that still holds me back that I noticed is I said this right now, my idea of working so much. I keep telling myself that I work so much, and so I know that I'm telling myself something else in saying that. I'm probably telling myself something like I can't take it anywhere else anymore because I'm already giving it everything I got, and so no matter what I do, I'm not going to get paid more, or I'm not going to get more blessings my way, right? So I'm pretty sure I'm telling myself stuff like that without meaning to. By telling myself that I'm working so hard. I think you got to become a student of your inner voice. And your outer, because your outer will say what your inner voice is blabbing. Become a student of listening to your inner and outer voice. What are you saying? Because whatever you're saying, you sure as hell believe it. Even if you're joking with it. There's some part of you that believes it. Let's see. I never had to take commissions. Explain how you say it when the money is. I had a few I've ever done. Gotcha. Yeah, guilty to be paid on pure joy, right? So you're willing to get paid on hard-earned work, but there's a guilt associated with getting paid. Like the other day, I did a drawing, a charcoal commission, right? It was a charcoal drawing. It was about 24 inches, and I charged $700. I felt guilty for like 3 days. A part of me, right? A part of me. Because it was such an easy right? It's not, because it took me years to learn how to do that and how to charge that. But it was such an easy money that I felt guilty. Hey, baby.
How do I order like solita and cups to come here
Oh, yeah.
so that
Walgreens.
we can eat? Okay, the Walgreens?
Yeah.
Is it on the DoorDash?
No, it's on the Uber.
I don't have. Oh, on the Uber Eats?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Do you have me here?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I would tell myself all kinds of things, all kinds of negative stuff. Oh, let me show you what this looks like. I'm really excited to see the game plan come together for my work. Thanks to you. Oh, nice. I love that. Look at that. There's that one. So that one's gonna go on eBay. Okay. I have a game plan also here. Those of you who don't want me to send something to eBay, I want to remind you, you can buy it for me. You can buy it for me, but it's $350. Yeah, that's the price if you want to buy it from me directly. Great painting. Thanks so much. Quedó bello, ¿verdad? Let's go put it to dry. Poppers. Oh, he's asleep. Okay. Or bid on what's already on eBay. Yeah, that's right. If you don't wanna buy the $350 painting, just click on that link and it'll take you to eBay, and you can get lots of work for under that price. The price for the $350 is so that if you don't want me to put it on eBay and you don't want to compete with anyone else over it and wait, right? You don't want to compete. You don't want me to put it on eBay. You don't want to compete. You don't want to wait. You don't want to wait till the auction's over. Sometimes people don't want to compete, not only because of the pricing. Sometimes people don't want to compete because sometimes competing on the pricing means that you have to sit there and look at the auction until it ends, right? Or right before it ends. And so sometimes people don't want to do that. But it's really cool also if you do it, because you get to get some really cool paintings that are not as expensive, because the auction gives you a chance to win paintings for a fraction of the original cost. So it's really cool. Boom, there it is. Such a deal. It is, right? I'm gonna be known for that. I'm gonna be known for giving the best deals on original work. I'm gonna be known for that. Watch. And we're like, dude, this dude is the one who gives the best deals on original work. And you can see him creating the work on live, on social media and stuff, on the socials. Yeah, there's a thousand different ways of getting your work out there and showing it. You can use social media. You can use any of the platforms available to you online, such as Etsy, eBay, Amazon. I mean, you can use any of the platforms. Also, you don't have to use platforms. One of the things that I've told artists many times lately is, if you don't use a platform, you're probably better off If you're starting out and you're not using a platform, you're probably better off. Platforms charge a lot of money, and the more you sell, the more you have to pay. And so if you're starting out, right? And so I think the best thing to do is to sell it directly. Sell it on Instagram, or sell it on Facebook, or start that way. Start that way. Because chances are you're going to get paid a lot better if you sell it directly than on a platform. But now the upside of the platform is that people go there specifically to buy art. The downside is that they take a good chunk. I mean, the ones that take the least, they take about 20% of the sale. That's still a pretty good chunk. It's still a pretty good chunk. You sell something for, I don't know, $100, a little painting or a drawing or something. You get to keep about $70 or $80 of that after tax. And I'm not talking about taxes that you're going to pay on the thing. The taxes you're going to pay on the thing, you get to keep about $40 at the end of the day. So pricing is important. I'm always reminding people, if you're going to sell something as retail price, make sure you price it so that you can be profitable. You can't make a business giving stuff away, guys. A lot of people don't understand my eBay auction game, and so they go towards it, not understanding it, and they get smashed. You know, they get smashed because they don't understand it, and they're not profitable. Selling on eBay takes a lot of, not just courage, but takes a lot of understanding about what you're doing, and that's why you don't see a lot of people selling on eBay at auction, right? Because you really have to understand what you're doing. Other than that, you're going to be giving your stuff away. And I see a lot of artists giving their stuff away because they don't know what they're doing. It's very it's a very dangerous game if you don't know what you're doing for an artist. That's why I always say the best thing to do is to go and sell it directly, because you'll get a higher percentage of the pay. Still finding out on how it all works out. On river painting and fishing for 15 years. Wow. I've sold none. They'll start selling in no time, watch. Sup, homie? How's your day been? It's been awesome. Hashtags help. You sure do. You should sell your painting, Chris. Pure poetry. Very true. Very true. Yeah, I gotta get it out. Just get it out. Gotta get it out. Look at that. Ooh la la. I love it when it gets super buttery. Buttery and yummy. Look at this. I've learned an incredible amount from this man. Pura mantequilla. I love that. Thank you. Insomniac with you folks. Jose opened my eyes big time. I love that. That's what we do for each other. That's what we do for each other. That's what homies do. Look at that. But yeah, guys, I think it's important to get your work out, show it, let people know what you're doing. It doesn't matter if it's 10 people, 5 people, 100, a million people. I mean, you know, that'd be nice, but not everybody starts there or even ends there. You know, not everyone starts or ends there. Everybody has a different thing that they're trying to do, and also a different rhythm. Some people are crazy, they can work 16-hour days. Some people are not. Some people are more balanced and they have a family, and you know, some people don't even want to do that. It's not even that they can't, they don't even want to do that. And so you just got to figure out what's your game plan, and do it. Do your game plan, stick with it, make it work. The worst thing that I always say this, the worst thing that can happen is that you go back to doing whatever you're doing now, you know. And if what you're doing now is not selling a painting, that's the worst thing that can happen. Go back to what's good already, you know. But the upside is pretty fun too. Look at that. Ooh la la. Molto Trevion. Dude, that's got all kinds of come si in there. Let's see. Crystal Blue says, I love all your artist advice. Thank you so much. Dude, that makes me feel good. You're making me feel good, Crystal Blue. My art is way ahead of my ground game. Gotcha. Punch him in the nose. Is it a bridge? I don't even know what it is. Honestly, I'm gonna leave it for the viewer to figure out what it is. It seems like that works. I feel like the viewers always has a better vision than I do. A better idea of the work, you know. My ideas of the work are pretty skewed. So, whatever you guys say, that's what it is. I want some of that yellow. Hold on. This needs to be a little darker. Look at that. Oh, I love that. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Whenever you want to be. Yeah. It's the Team Trujillo, you guys. Team Trujillo. Boom, look at that. That's what's up right there. Boom. Let me sign this puppy. There it is. Let me show you what it looks like. That way you guys can see what's going on. It's gotta be whatever you want it to be. I mean, I'll tell you what I see. I see a landscape, but other than that, I don't know what's going on. Bridge to big waters. Oh, I love that one. A good sign for determination. That's good. I like that. This is very cool. Sunset over a canyon. I like that one too. Well, there it is, my friends. I'm gonna stop this one here, but I hope you guys had a really good time. Let's see. Crystal says I see a face on the sun, yellow area, like a side moon. Oh, nice. I like that. But I said I love when people put a location on my imaginary painting too. Me too. I noticed, Jose, that you like to do horizontal lines here and there. Is that around the painting, or why do you do the horizontal lines? So what I do is that I'm opening up for opportunity, and so every line is an opportunity of what could be. And so that's what I do. I do horizontal. Also, I used to do a lot of vertical lines. I don't do them as much. I do more horizontal because I feel like they're more expansive, right, than the vertical ones. The vertical ones, I mean, by nature they're narrow, right? But horizontal lines, it just feels like boom, they're just expansive. If I do something here, something there, you know, I'm looking for opportunity to what could be. What could be is more important than what it is. This is something that I've learned after reading about how Einstein used to. I'm not comparing myself to Einstein, guys. Okay, so it always sounds so weird when people quote Einstein, but he used to talk about imagination being more important than intelligence. And so one of the things that I practiced for a long time is do things that could be, not things that are. Like draw things that could be. So I'll leave you guys with that. The name is Jose Trujillo. Stay well and sophisticated, my friends. Peace out.